I just played the most shocking game of my life. I cannot remember the last time I played a game and didn't understand anything of what was going on. I mean, this game, yeah, it was very shocking, and I'll show it to you. So this is round number 5 of Rilton Elo. I started, with 3.5 out of 4 points. So today it was a really important game. I was having the black pieces against Henrik Mayer, a 2000 rated 26-year-old from Germany. So I knew that today the game was very important because, well, 1, it's the last game before the rest day, and obviously it's nice if you get a good result then. But 2, me winning today would be huge because that would put me in a 4.5 out of 5 point situation, and that would be shared second in the whole tournament, which is a fantastic place to be as my goal is to win the whole tournament. So starting the game, I was a little bit worried because Henrik Mayer was doing a pretty good tournament and he's been over 2100 rated in the past. So I thought, I'm playing a good opponent. He plays a lot of different things. I don't know what's going to happen. I need to play the best game ever. So he went e4 and I played c5, the Sicilian. And I was expecting him now to play an open Sicilian or, maybe a close Sicilian. But all of a sudden he played the Alpen, c3. And so I just thought, okay, he has prepared against me. He must have prepared against me because he doesn't play this typically. So I thought that I was being very smart. And I thought, let me surprise Henrik. Let me play a move he's not expecting me to play to get the upper hand psychologically in the opening. And so here, I typically play knight f6, and this is like what all my chess.com games are. Knight f6, e5, knight d5, and this is one of the main lines against Alpen. But a few years ago, I remember looking at a line with my mother, which is d5. And I haven't played this in years. I haven't played this in a very long time. Now, I thought he would do a reaction that he would jump up a little bit or something because he wasn't expecting it. But he had a stone cold face. He was completely unbothered by the fact that I played a move that wasn't something I typically play. And he just immediately took, and after he took back, he instantly played knight f3. I mean, I'm talking he played it after 4 seconds. So I realized, okay, maybe he was expecting me to go d5. Maybe he has prepared this. Maybe he was looking at a lot of old FIDE games. I don't know. And, I started feeling okay, he's prepared against me. So here I played bishop f5, which is a mistake. I had forgotten theory because I haven't played this in years. So here apparently I'm supposed to go knight c6 or knight f6. I'm supposed to bring the knight out, which I now remember looking at. But yeah, I had forgotten about this during the game and I went bishop f5. The idea I thought was that if he goes d4, I thought that I wanted to take the knight so that after takes and takes, the knight cannot come up here anymore and my queen can stay unbothered on d5. So he played d4, and I started thinking here a little while, and I thought, should I take here first, or should I take on b1? Which ones of the 2 moves should I do? I didn't even consider going knight c6 or knight f6, which are actually the good moves. I ended up actually just going bishop takes b1, and this is a big mistake. Now, he's literally just much better. We're at move number 5, and it's almost +2 for white. I played a terrible move. Taking this knight is just terrible. And it comes from the fact that I wasn't really thinking a lot during the game, but it comes from the fact that I was just trying to memorize old theory, which I was just remembering it wrong. I thought this was the idea, but it was just not the idea. My mom told me after. So I captured here, and I was obviously expecting him to instantly capture back my bishop. But he went bishop b5 check first, which I thought was a bit strange because this allowed my knight to come out completely for free, And I really wanted to get my knight out. And now he did probably the most shocking move that I've played against in classical chess in a very long time. I literally jumped out of my seat when he played this. Obviously now I was expecting him to capture back my bishop. I mean, I've taken a piece. I thought he was going to take it back. But I don't know if he thought somehow that if he takes back that I have queen e4 check, winning the rook, and that he missed bishop e3. I don't know if that's the reason he did the following move, but here, he just castled. And I just couldn't believe my eyes. I had just gotten a free piece. And so my initial thought was, okay, I have entered a complicated theoretical line that I do not know. He's prepared against me. He's literally playing all these moves with 4 or 5 seconds. Like, he literally sacrificed a piece and spent 4 seconds on the sacrifice. I was shocked. I thought, this must be theory. This must be a line that's actually very complex and interesting for white. So in no point did I think that I was just winning. I really thought, if he's doing this so confidently, there must be something. But I just didn't understand. So I thought, okay, now that I'm a piece up, I might as well stay a piece up. So I moved my bishop to e4. I wanted to place it here too, in case my queen got attacked, be able to stop the d5 push and also put a little bit more of protection on my knight. He went c4, and I went queen h5 because I wanted to target this knight. I could have gone queen f5, but I didn't want my queen to be able to be targeted. And now he went d5. And my knight is right now pinned, so I cannot move my knight. And now I only have one move to stay being a piece up, and that is to go long castles. And so I was playing these moves pretty quickly, but he was just playing everything instantly. Long castles, the idea is that I'm getting my king out of the pin, but he cannot capture with the pawn here because then I will take the queen. So he did the move that I was expecting him to do, and that was queen a4, getting his queen to the queen side. And now, yes, he's attacking me a lot on the queen side. Yes, I haven't really developed these pieces, but his king is pretty weak too. And so here I started calculating like crazy, because I knew that now this was a critical moment. If I can get out of all of these problems that he's putting on me, I will just be a piece up and I will just be winning. So here I was considering several moves, but I came to the conclusion, I was thinking about going like queen g6 or queen g4, but I came to the conclusion that I must capture the knight.
And Anna played this. She took on f3. This was so important. She needed to take a piece. So she played this. Very good move. She played it. She used some time, but I'm so happy she used some time.
If he captures my knight with the pawn, for instance, and we trade, I have this move queen g4, and I am threatening a checkmate in 1. If he now goes g3 to prevent it, I have queen h3 and I will checkmate. If he goes pawn takes pawn check, I have this move king b8. And now there's no way of preventing the checkmate apart from going bishop f4 check. And after takes and takes, I realized that I would just be winning here because of the fact that I had gotten rid of his dark squared bishop. And now there's no way for him to check me, and my king is actually very safe on b8 behind this pawn. So I realized that after bishop takes f3, he cannot really take here. If he takes with the bishop, then I have queen g6 threatening checkmate. And after he goes something like bishop takes b7, I just take back. And if he goes something like, I don't know, g3 for instance, then I have just simply takes, and he cannot capture back because then I will be taking it. So if check and everything, my king will be able to hide on a8 ultimately, king b8, king a8. So I realized all of this, and so I thought here I'm just winning. I couldn't come up with what he was going to do. So he went bishop f4. And, little did I know that the game was far from over at this point.
He played bishop f4, and that is a big mistake. That is a big mistake. Now Anna is completely winning.
So the idea of bishop f4 is just simply that he wants, whenever I go queen g4, queen g6, he wants to be able to go bishop g3. But keep in mind that I am right now 2 pieces up. Here I still had to play the best moves, and after thinking for 20 minutes, I came to the conclusion that the best move for me was knight d4, and it was, and I was very happy that I found this move. Why is this the best move? Because I am right now, 1, moving a piece that's being targeted, but 2, he cannot capture right now my bishop because then it's going to be a mate in 4. After knight e2 check, king here, this, king g2, sorry, knight f4 here, and queen g5. I missed that, sorry. But yeah, there we go. So that's a checkmate. So I realized that this was just a checkmate, so he couldn't do this. So I thought after this, what is he going to do? If he goes somewhere random, like queen here, then it's also checkmate after knight e2 check, this, king g3, knight e2, here, and checkmate. So I saw all of this during the game. So I came to a conclusion that after knight d4, his only move is to go rook e1. So he went rook f1 to prevent all of this, and now I went queen g6 because I wanted to threaten checkmate and then bring my queen to the queen side, because I realized that I only need one extra piece. If I have an extra piece, I am winning. So I spent a lot of time here. I was spending like 20 minutes per move, but I really needed to make 100% sure that I was making the best move so that I would win, because I knew that as soon as I get out of this whole mess, I will be a piece up and I will easily win the game. I can have 2 minutes on the clock. I will easily win the game. I just needed to end up being a piece up. So queen b6 was the best move, but the attack was still far from over. He went b4. And now he's going to open up the b file and he's going to throw every piece he owns at me. His bishop, his queen, his bishop, his other rook. He's going to throw everything. And it's going to be easy. Either he's going to checkmate me or I'm going to have a million extra pieces. So knight f6, I wanted to develop my knight because I really wanted to be able to get my pieces out so that they could protect me. He captured, I captured, and he went rook b1, and this is what I was expecting. Now here my best move is to go bishop e4, but what's really important for me is to prevent a rook from coming back to b1 or getting rid of one of the rooks. Because if I do something random now, I am actually losing. Because he has bishop a6, threatening here, I must go rook d7 to defend, and now he has bishop takes b7, and after takes, he has this move, queen a6. And this is very strong, and he also has takes, takes, and rook b1 check. So, you know, these are the two moves that he has, and now I actually have to sacrifice my queen to not get checkmated. So I cannot do random things. I need to prevent all of these ideas. So I ended up going for the move e5, stopping his bishop from being able to target over here, and now also being able to get my bishop out. So he went bishop a6, which was what I was thinking that he was going to do, and now my only move is to go rook d7, which chess.com gives me a brilliant for, and I am very happy about it, although I don't understand why, because it's the only move I can do. He captured here, and I started getting a little bit worried that he would somehow have bishop takes knight. I mean, he was playing the best moves. He was playing the most critical moves.
This is so dangerous. So let's see, what is she going to do here? What is she going to do? She has such a little time. It's such a difficult position, and it's such an excitement. And I really wish Anna goes right, but it's not an easy moment.
Because I really wanted to just have as many pieces as possible, I ended up going knight e2 check. Because I realized that after takes and takes, he will never really be able to checkmate me because he's lacking a rook. He's lacking the extra rook he needs to go to b1. So here I started getting really scared about things like queen c6, which looks wild, but this is also just here winning for me because I have rook d1 check. But I was really scared. Like, I need to find all of these moves. After takes, I must go bishop b takes a6. So this was still like very complicated. But after bishop takes e2, he went for this move rook b5, threatening my queen. And I realized that, wait a second, I can just capture this pawn. And there's nothing he can do now. If we trade queens, I mean, I'm a million pieces up. He has absolutely nothing now. I mean, if rook b1, I'll just be taking his queen. He has nothing. So he went rook c5. He actually just blundered the pawn, I think. He went rook c5 check. I took the rook. He captured my bishop. And then I realized here that I was 2 rooks up. So after I went queen a3, he resigned. And I won the game here. And I was just so shocked. I wanted to ask him after the game why he castled, if he had blundered the piece, but it felt like the last thing to ask someone that's just lost, like, why did you blunder? Why did you lose? But I was just so curious if it was because of he thought that I was losing the rook. But, you know, he made this one mistake, but then he kept on playing the best moves. So I think it was just one mistake blunder in the opening that just cost him the game. But I was obviously very happy about this and about the fact that I was able to win in 23 moves. I did think down all my time. He finished the game with almost an hour on the clock. I had 2 minutes left, so I had, you know, been thinking a lot. But this was a fantastic way of finishing 2023 because this is my last game of 2023. It is now the 31st of December. I'm going to celebrate New Year's. And I believe this recap will be uploaded the 2nd of January because it's actually my editor's birthday tomorrow, the 1st. So wish my editor a very happy birthday in the comments down below. And I wish you all a very happy New Year's. I am now on 4.5 out of 5 points, which is amazing. I will in, you know, the following rounds, be playing against really strong players, and I'm going to try to win the tournament. That's what I came here for. So thank you so much for watching the recap. Happy New Year's, and may 2024 be the best chess year for all of us. Bye!